Welcome to the Pretty Red ENT Show. It's your girl Goddess Nikita, aka Pretty Red ENT. And if no one told you they loved y'all today, just know I love you. And it's 12 on the clock, okay, guys? Like, by the way, I hope this resonates with somebody, what I'm going to talk about. But I'm sending love and light out into the whole entire world, planet. If you, wherever you at, and you're listening to me, tuning in spiritually, physically, or mentally, sending love and light your way. All right, guys, I want to talk about this because this needs to be talked about. Okay, like, how do you know if you're dealing with an energy vampire? Okay, because people don't talk about them energy vampires. They do not talk about them, guys. They do not talk about them correctly. I have heard a few people speak about energy vampires, and I'm like, that is not what an energy vampire is, and how do you get them detached off of you? Okay. This is going to be a great one. I don't know who needs to hear this, but energy vampires can always be, you can always time an energy vampire out. Okay. Just like any regular vampire movie that you have seen, you know what they're addicted to. But an energy vampire isn't always addicted to your blood. They're addicted to your energy. They could be addicted to your light. They could just be addicted to you, but it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy to the point where you realizing that they're addicted to you. Prime example. When I gave y'all the juice to tell y'all how to call back your power, your magic, your energy. Feel me? Me telling you that is basically telling you, hey, some people can only thrive if you are thriving. Some people depend off your energy. What do I mean? Let me give you an example. Prime example. I used to be cool with a particular person, and with us being cool, it was okay. You feel me, guys? Like, yeah, it was okay. The thing is that if I know that I'm waiting for something, and I know, like, hey, you know, there's some energy here that I'm trying to figure out, like, what's going on. Like, if there's an energy that's attached to me that should not, like, if I feel like it's not even attached to me, but it's more like, I don't know what this is. I question it. Anything I question, I have a problem with, because I don't be around people who I got to question. If I have to question you, I won't be around you. I will slowly fall back because I do something a little bit different. But if I have to question you, I'm just going to go ahead and leave you alone. Because that means I can't trust you. Questioning you means I can't trust you. That means I don't trust anything coming out of your mouth. And if I'm still around you if I don't trust you, that means I'm around you for a purpose. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on and this and that. But long story short, guys, these energy vampires, people, like, they try to attach themselves to you. So I remember this girl, I was like, man, why every time I come around you, it's like my energy just goes down. Like, I could be in such a high energy vibe. Like, I could be, it's a vibe all the time. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. And the next thing I know, I'm like, I'm sleepy. I ain't even got no time to sing the Rihanna song. Cause sex with me so amazing. If I can't sing that, and all of a sudden my energy's just down when I'm around you, that means you're an energy vampire. You have an energy vampire somewhere on your team. People don't understand that. Like, there is a lot of energy vampires out here in the world. People who just cramp your style. Like, anytime you come around and you're just like, you be in a good energy mood, but as soon as you see them, you're like, oh man, they want something. I could look at the person and be like, oh, they need some energy. So here they come over here to me. Oh, you're not happy, but you want to come over here to me and knowing that I'm happy. Like, you need to work on your own happiness. What happens is, too, guys, well, you're dealing with people who is an energy vampire, guys. Like, they're so down in energy most of the time to the point where I'm trying to word this correctly so that way y'all know what I'm talking about. They're so down in energy to the point where they come around you. It's like they need your energy. You're wondering, like, why is this? If you ever stop to think about, like, why is this person around me? Like, there's nothing that we have in common. Why are you around me? Some people are only around you for your energy, your love, and your light. They ain't there for nothing to benefit you. They are only there to steal from themselves because they're so low in energy that they need your energy field. Okay, they need to be thrived around you because your energy is loud. So this is what I mean when people talk about me. My energy signature is loud. It's not just low. My stuff is loud. You could probably know if you're like really spiritual. If I was driving past your house, if you're tapped in, you would probably know if I ride past your house because my energy is loud. It's not low. Nowhere in the universe field is my energy field low. So when you're dealing with people who are an energy vampire, the only thing to do for real, because this is the step that most people don't tell you to do. You need to address it. Come straight forward out. Don't be perping. Don't lie. And perping stems from perpilation. Okay. But perping just mean like you're lying, you're stunting. In this sentence, I mean, you're lying. Don't be trying to undercover what you're really doing. Okay. I know that you thrive off of my energy. So what you need to do is like, hey, why every time I come around you, and this is what you need to say, call it directly out to spirit, the energy, the universe. Hey, why is it when I'm coming around you, like it feels like there's a whole bunch of energy pull, but it's being pulled to you. And you're like, what? This is the first thing an energy vampire going to do, or a person who is using your energy without asking you. Whether they're in your angelic field, whether they're in your energy field or not, they could just be barely at the rim of it. They ain't even really came in to try to touch you or anything. They're just at the rim. And so you can feel it when they're at the rim because you're like, hold on, something's going on. That is you feeling it at the rim, guys, the rim. Okay? Call them out. I'm known for that. Like, hold on. Well, like, sometimes when I'm around you, sometimes I just feel like there's a real big energy pool. I don't know why. Can you explain, like, you got something going on? And that's when the real intentions come out. I always tell people, if I know from that moment I ask you a question and you sit up there, you lie to me to my eyeball to eyeball, I won't ever in life refuck with you. There's nothing that can get me to come back to you, talk to you, nothing. I'm just that person. Once you take your time out of your day to actually sit up there and lie to me when I said that you could have kept it real, I'm cool. Okay? I'm cool. You got it. You got it, girl. You got it. You got it, boy. You got it. Hey! But no, for real though. But I'm a person, I be looking. Because some people, it could be your family members that are energy vampires. I had an energy vampire cousin. Baby, you got to go, baby. You got to get up on out of here. Because at any moment that I know that whatever you're doing, at any moment, I'm going to let you go. Okay? So here's the thing, too. I want to tell y'all something. There's talks in the spiritual realm that go on. People just can't come up to you and attack you. Y'all gotta start believing this false narrative, even from readers and different things like that. Because I constantly be seeing readers like, hey, this person, they're coming up and they're attacking you. You mean to tell me that they went through my whole spiritual team to come to attack me? Really? How did they do that? I ain't know they was even capable of doing that. Okay. I'm telling y'all, some of the people who get attacked, you only get attacked because somebody creates in this illusion and they have this illusion up. And it's like, oh, now you feel like you're going to be attacked, but you might feel that way. But it could be just your energetic field trying to make you aware, hey, there's somebody trying to do something to you. Like, just be aware of it. It's not even that you have to be aware of it. It's just that you energetically, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that. But if your energy field is loud, like mine's, like, you don't even got to be close to me for me to know that you try to do something. I'm going to know. The more tuned in you are with yourself, the more in tune you are in with everything else around you. So you're going to know, you're going to feel, you're going to sense, you're going to be tapped into all that extra stuff. But as far as the spiritual realm goes, like, you really think that this person can attack you without your family members knowing first? So they just allowed this person to just attack you. Oh, their family was a lot stronger than yours. Are you serious? This is not what happens in the conversation in the spiritual realm, okay? When things happen to certain people, that's not the conversation that goes on and in the spiritual realm. Y'all got to understand something. Certain people are very divinely blessed in the spiritual realm. They are so heavily protected to the point where they don't have normal protection. Okay, normal protection is about maybe 10 people. Their protection is like a whole mess of people. You got angels, you got different people from different realms protecting certain people. Like, you got, man, it'd be so crazy because some of the people that are like destined to be here to do the things that they're going to do, they have a lot of protection. They have Superman protection to the point where anybody who's tapped in come around them, they're like, bro, I'm not going to mess with you because I know your protection field. I'm not willing to go up against your protection field. I just won't do it. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's be a real conversation like that goes on in a spiritual realm. Like, for an example, I can only give you all examples because I know for a fact this is what happened. Okay, so for an example, there's this girl I know, and the spiritual realm, like, she felt a little bit unprotected. So here's the thing: spiritually, what happened was her family said this, hey, listen, she feeling very unprotected. She's not unprotected because obviously we right here, and she doesn't realize that we right here, but we are right here. The thing is that if you don't get your peoples out of here, like, if we let her go, we gonna have to pay for that. You gonna pay for that. He gonna pay for that. We gotta pay for that. We are on this. Our mission is to protect her. That's it. And the next thing I know, and this conversation is taking place, and I'm listening, and I'm like, wow. And they were like, so what do you want to do? You need to get him up out of here now. There's no in between, no waiting, no lapse. Like, you know, we do have phone a friends. We can phone a person that's woke. Okay. They already woke. They know what's going on. So we can phone our friend and send our friend now, or, you know, it is what it is. Because your peoples keep doing stuff to other people, and so once they came over here, they got to stop. So this is the conversation that's going on in the spiritual realm. So they're like, what do you want to do? Because we can let these two go, but we already know how this is going to end. This person's going to win. It's inevitable. So it's like, we don't want this person to get upset. Like, we don't need this person. We're just here to protect this person. Can we just let it go? Now, you got to understand something. This is a light being speaking to other light beings in this person's spiritual family and this people's spiritual family. Two different families, okay? They're having a conversation. Are you serious right now? Do y'all not hear what I'm saying? There is a conversation that takes on in the spiritual realm in place when people are doing things to other people that they're not supposed to be doing. Okay, at all times. This ain't something that's made up. This happens all the time. Can't no one come and do anything to you, not unless your family okays it. Real talk. And so I'm like, all right, I'm listening to the conversation. I'm like, wow, this conversation is very deep. Next thing I know is this person gets up and leaves. But this is the conversation that happens, guys, like all the time. Like, here you go. You're probably being warned by people. Now, for the people that do bad, like, and I got to say, like, because I do know a few people that they don't mind being on that dark side. Okay, y'all gotta understand something. Some people is okay. They don't accept their fate about them being on the dark side. But they're also being warned too. Okay, especially if you're messing with someone who's very highly being protected, and they're not just being protected by light people, they're also being protected by dark people. Those are the people that you really gotta be careful with, because there is somebody who rules the underground. Okay, there is somebody who rules the dark people. So imagine the person who rules the dark people is protecting this person that you're sending this somebody weak from the dark side over to mess with this person. It's like, is you serious right now? I don't heard that conversation before. Like, is you serious right now? Go back and do it again. Like, she owes you. Whoever she sent you after this girl right here, she owe you, because there's no way you're getting to her. So turn back around, go back and collect from her. You're taking someone from her. The same shit she was trying to do to this girl is the same thing that's going to be done to her. Take somebody, and then it comes to a point where, if, say, for instance, the person doesn't stop what she's doing. Okay, guys, like, you got to understand something. Say, for instance, the person doesn't stop. So what happens? People don't understand about this. Say, for instance, the person does not stop doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not supposed to be messing with this particular person. So now you keep going. Now, not only are you disrupting the light beings, you are now disrupting the dark beings. Guess what? You're going to have to owe down for this, guys. Like, they're going to keep coming back and collecting and collecting and collecting. It's kind of like that Debo thing. Like, if you ever paid attention to, what was I watching? Was it In Who People? Yeah, on Netflix, where the Eddie Murphy took the dude into the Crip barbershop. And they were like, hey, you're going to have to pop out that red hoodie. And he's like, so if you let him tell you to take off this red hoodie, he's going to ask you to take off something else and something else, something else. So that's what happens. So here you go, you owe for this person, and now they're going to be like, hey, we couldn't even collect on the person that you originally want, so now we're going to keep taking people. And you just keep doing stuff. And at some point, it's like it's taking everything from you, and then pretty soon it's going to consume you and take you. Some people have been warned to stop doing stuff to highly spiritual beings. Stop. Let it go. Like, this is going to result in your energy field being collected, bro. Like, you won't be able to even exist anymore. Like, there's no more you anywhere. Up as below, up as high as below is below. You won't even exist in the high, low, or in the in between. There is no limbo for you. It's an outgo. Like, you're done. You're done for it. So I don't know who's that for, but if you keep doing stuff against people, you're going to have to serve your fate. At all times, you're going to have to serve your fate. The fate that you wished on them will be now on to you. But I've been saying it all year since January, giving my readings. I started this in December. Giving my reasons. I keep telling y'all, whatever you put out into the universe is going to be delivered. If you're doing any evil towards anyone, guess what happens? Because sometimes, too, guys, let me show you how the universe works. The universe be like, here you go, wanting to do certain things, and you can't. Why they can't? Well, the reason why you cannot do these things that you want to do is because you're not made here for that. Like, this is called divine year, listening to your heart, doing exactly what makes your heart happy. If you like doing stuff that's of low vibration, that's where you're going to be at. If you like doing stuff that's of high vibration, then that's where you're going to be at too, guys. A lot of times, this is the year where people are going to be exposed. These people who fake acting like they spiritual, or people who has been on the spiritual path, but they kind of lost their way. And they're kind of too far gone. They won't be able to return back because they're too far gone into what they're doing. They now believe the stuff that they're doing was what they're supposed to be doing in general compared to now. I remember talking to someone, they're like, well, how many, Like, if you want, or if you're trying for me to believe that you are spiritual and you hit me with how many people you know that are spiritual, I'm going to look at you like something's wrong. Even in this conversation. Because everybody's spiritual. So for you to say that who do I know that's spiritual? I'm kind of looking like, well, I don't even know how to answer this question from this person, because it's more, unless it's like this person is trying to emphasize that they are more spiritual than other people. And I'm wondering why. Why are you doing that? Spiritual people don't do that to people, because at spiritual tables, everyone is equal. It's only a division when you bring in, religion, but spirituality, you're not supposed to do that. That's not politically correct. And so when you're talking to someone like me, I'm like, okay, well, let me say this answer to see if this stops them. Well, you don't know too many people. Well, I know a lot of people. I just told you that the most spiritual people that I have met in the whole United States is in Chicago. You feel me? There also, you got people in Cali that are very in tune to spirit. So I'm really confused. And you're saying that I don't know these people, and I'm telling you I have met these people. I know these people. Anytime I run into someone and they talk spirituality, most Chicago people from Illinois, they talk that talk because they walk that walk, guys. Like, they had to be spiritually in tune at a very young age, where some people could just be kids. They had to really be in tune and tap into their adult body to even survive as a child. So here you go, talking to me, saying how many people. I actually know a lot of people from Chicago that I can personally go up, touch, talk to them. So it's like, when you're saying that to me, I'm kind of wondering, why are you saying it? To me, I'm talking, this is your ego talk. I'm going to let you have it, because there's no reason for me to sit up there and argue with you, because I'm not here to argue with anyone. And I think that's the thing that scares people about me, is that I won't argue with you about that. I'm just wrong. I have no argument in my body for people who really don't be you're trying to prove a point that you are better than someone else, when technically the only person that you need to be better than is your lower self. So then I'm really confused as why are you worried about somebody else's spirituality and not your own? And so when you start talking to people like that, they will learn how to talk to you correctly. I don't have time to deal with your behavior. I don't have time to deal with how your ego feels towards someone else. I'm not placed here on this planet, this earth, for that. I'm not into the business of that. That's what people don't understand about me. I'm not in the business of harming other people, making it seem like I'm greater than somebody else. No. If you see me bragging on myself, that's because I probably ain't used to brag on myself back in the day. I gave more praises to someone else, and that's true. Now I take the time out and I brag on myself. Excuse me for loving on me, practicing my self-love. Hey, if you're a person, you boot up everybody else, and you notice that you ain't really boot yourself up. So the moment that you start taking your power back and booting yourself up, the people that you used to boot up gonna have a problem with that. Y'all gotta understand some things. This right here happens all the time. You're with somebody, your friend, you always boot them up. You boot them up about their business. Oh my gosh, my friend is a shit. But when was the last time you really broadcast yourself the same way that you broadcast your friend? People will be like, oh, well, you're saying it's egotistic when it's coming out of my mouth, how I like and feel about myself, but it's not egotistic when I was booting you up. It wasn't. It was just only egotistic when I was doing it for myself. Those are the people that I don't allow around me. Those are the type of people that, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm cool. Excuse me for a second for me loving on myself the way that I need to love on me. Because maybe I have loved on other people a little bit more than I love myself. So excuse me for a second while I go back and claim back all my love and bring it back to me and start loving on myself the way I need to love on me. Okay. So excuse me if you hear me bragging on myself. Like, yes, I'm this highly spiritual being. Yes, that's not ego talking. That's me talking. That's me addressing my ego needs. That's me addressing my self-love needs. Like, hey, man, I used to give praises to everybody else. I never really used to give them to me, but now I do. I take that time out and I love on me. Hello. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself praises. Stop allowing people to tell you you cannot give yourself any praises. No, you are allowed to give yourself praises at every single moment in your life, whatever you're going through. You are allowed to give yourself praises at all times. Stop allowing people to tell you what you can and what you cannot do. They're not here for that. This is not their responsibility, guys. You're only responsible for your half and your half only. But don't allow someone to belittle you because they're used to you giving them all your power. Now you're going back and claiming your power back. Like, hold on, I might was doing this for a reason, but now I claim my power back. There is nothing wrong with you saying, I'm the shit. I'm a spiritual person. I'm the shit. There's nothing wrong with you saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I'm spiritually inclined, because you can be. And I'm happy that I am. I'm happy that I'm spiritually inclined to the point where I can help people. You feel me? Because some people, they're spiritually inclined, but they're not spiritually inclined to help someone else. They're just spiritually inclined to themselves. That's fine too. But I'm spiritually inclined enough to help other people, and I like it. So what? Is that ego talking? No, that's me saying I'm glad I can know people on a deeper level so that way I can help them on a deeper level. That's not ego talking, guys. Learn when ego's talking is when not, because I don't like them spiritual people where they hear someone spiritually and they're like, it's not really them being cocky. It's really them. You can tell when someone's being cocky and when someone's speaking from ego. Okay, ego is saying like, I know I'm this powerful being. There's no one powerful than me, which could be true. But there's a way and tone, energy, body language that's used with it that would let me know, oh, this person is not speaking from a loving energy. They're not speaking because, hey, they used to give power away from someone else. No, they're speaking because this is them. They're cocky with it. It's a way to be cocky with it. It's a way to be like me. I can say like, hey, I'm a powerful spiritual human being, which is true. But is that meaning like I'm saying I'm powerful than everybody else? No. That's me saying like, hey, I am a powerful spiritual human being. I used to not think that, but I now know that. And so I am that. And so I claim that and I walk that and I talk that. That's different compared to someone like, yeah, you're trying to tell me about you, but it's coming out egotistic. I don't like that. That's egotistic. Like there's a way, it's a sense of how someone is saying it. Maybe someone don't want you to even say like, hey, I'm this beautiful, powerful, spiritual person. And they don't want you to say that because you saying that claims your power back from them. Pay attention. That person, pay attention to the people who you say that around and it's offensive to them. Okay. That's another thing. Because I used to give power over to so many people. Like, oh, this person is spiritually inclined. This person is spiritually more inclined than me. This person's... And then God was like, hold on. God was like, why you keep giving your power? I'm telling y'all, when I went through my spiritual journey, God was showing me who I get my power away to, when I'm doing my divine purpose, who was like kind of in charge of that, of me growing up, because, you know, it was super powerful. God's like, you gotta go back and claim your power back from these people. Like, what are you doing? You just said this person was more spiritually inclined than you. That's a negative. Ghost Rider, let me show you. Man, God sent me back in time. And I'm telling y'all, because most of the time when you do spiritual work and you're doing spiritual work with God, like, and you're doing spiritual work with either the universe or Mother Earth, like, they will send you back in moments in time and like work with you. Like, sometimes they have people who to do that. Like, my one friend was like, man, I've been doing the spiritual journey and you be right there helping me out. Like, I don't know if you know that you be right there, but you be right there helping me. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you be right there. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you, but you be right there. And it's like, you'll walk me through. But imagine you don't have to get a guide or an angel or a goddess to come help you, but God, the universe, Mother Earth, actually comes in their real form and come help you. That's who helped me. Okay. And I'm like, okay. And so, God was like, hey, listen, let me show you something. Let me show you the situation where you felt like you had to give your power over, and gotta show me the situation. Like, prime example, like, I'm going through something and I used to be like, oh, my sister was she has really good guidance and this and that. God was like, she was only there to guide you to where this point only. After that, you notice how everything she was telling you didn't resonate? God's like, let me show you. God showed me times and emphasis, even when I gave that power over to her at this moment. God was like, look at this right here. This wasn't supposed to happen. You always been inclined, but she seen that you were having a problem because you were younger. She was older. So only thing she did was take what you said and say it. And people actually understood it because you were a lot younger. And the way how this world is set up is that if you're younger, they don't listen to you. And if you're older, they do. But that's not how this worked, because actually you knew the truth and she knew that you knew the truth, but she knew that she would have to guide you. So I gave her the strength to only guide you. And I told her to only guide you until you turned 17. At that moment, she must let go, because you will be able to do what you need to do. And if you're being placed on the right path and on the right things, and if you're steady, fast, you will be exactly where you need to be at. Okay. Now here's the thing. Did this particular person let go? Like, no. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, this person was enjoying this moment. And I'm like, I remember when I turned 17 and then my sister, she always used to tell me stuff. I used to be like, I never like made her feel bad that I knew that what she was saying it didn't resonate at that current moment. It didn't resonate at all. It was not in void. Like, I didn't believe it. Like, yes. I started to see the shit as it really was, what it has always been. Like, even with the information she used to tell me, yes, like some of it resonate, but a lot of it didn't. Okay, guys, like a lot of it never resonated. And the only reason why it never resonated, and I was just cool, because I was okay with just flowing. Now it's like, no, this ain't right. Your advice is no longer, it's not a void. Not saying that it ain't good, that sometimes you're just not that person to play that role in my life no more. I don't need that person. I never needed that person. It's no disrespect, no harm to nobody, no foul, but I never needed it. You know what I'm saying? You needed advice for me. Like, I was always there to help you. It wasn't that you was there to help me, technically speaking. Like, yeah, you were there to do a divine job, but that was it. So make a long story short, I remember, like, God just walking with me, talking with me, like, you never needed that. You placed her there to help you out until you turned a certain age. You said it. So God showed me the prayer. God showed me like every single thing that happened at this particular moment. I was like, wow. So I really did just go ahead and do that. Half the time, guys, it be y'all placing people on y'all path, and sometimes y'all don't realize it. Your life could be going good. You'd be like, you know what? This is happening. I can feel it happening. Maybe this is what is going on energetically that wants to hit your energetic field, but that's not what's happening. Now that you actually acknowledge it, you accept it, and then you kind of place people there. Like, go back, guys, and really claim your power back. Like, a lot of people don't even deserve to be in y'all energy field. Some people have karma. I'm telling y'all, sometimes you can hold up people's karma. Karma won't come back like, hey, if I know I got you around this person and this person's doing some crazy things, I won't allow you to get hit for something that they did. You need to get away. And so what happens is karma will, universe, talk, God talk, and sometimes God will remove you out the way. You keep being attached. God be like, you know what? I gotta get you out the way so that way you can understand. You got to move because this person is doing stuff. I need to come in and do action. I can't come in and do something if you're blocking them from getting hit. No. And sometimes people will use you for a block so they won't get hit because they know that karma's coming for them. So they'll try to befriend you so that way, without them saying sorry, forgiveness, can I ask for forgiveness? They will try to befriend you and all that shit because they know some evil ass shit is about to happen to them because they've been putting out way too much evil stuff into this universe. Guys, like, some people will only attach themselves with light people so that way they can cover, they feel like they're around so much dark, so much light that it will cover up their darkness that they do. Pay attention to those type of people. I'm telling y'all guys, like, the conversations that I have had recently that are healing conversations that are just in general with like men I dated and they coming up and saying the shit that they say it to me. Like, I don't even mess with you because every time I'm around you, good stuff happens to me. My energy changes. Like, but what the fuck are you doing for me? What happened when you were messing with me? I don't have that same story that you have when I'm messing with you. That's the problem. Like, if I'm around you, ain't nothing good happening, bruh. No, I gotta cut you off. Like, and that's just being real, guys. Listen, pay attention to those people. Hey, you know, you got good positive energy, good things happen to you. And then now all of a sudden you got people that's around you only because they can feel you got good stuff coming in. But every time you're around them, nothing good happens to you. Bruh, it has to be an even exchange, guys. Like, y'all have to really start loving yourself energetically for real and pay attention to the signs. If every time you talk to someone and nothing good happens, because anytime an energetic field, and this is something that y'all need to learn, anytime there's something good that happens, or you have good energy, you're in positive spaces. If you're talking to people and you're connected to people that whenever you're around them, the same thing doesn't happen to you that happens with them when they are around you, leave them alone. Okay? Oh, leave them alone. Like, no lie, just leave people alone, guys, that mean you no good. People will sit up there and tell you and use you. Tell you, use you, however, guys, like, but they don't really love you for real. They only love you for what you can do for them energetically, spiritually, physically, and mentally. Some people don't even really like you for real. I'm telling y'all, like, I start to pay attention. I was like, man, it's so crazy. I was telling somebody about my ex who died, RIP to my babe. But I said, every time I was around him, something good happened to me. But every time he was around me, something good happened to me. So there's a difference between that. There's a people don't understand. There's a difference between that. But then I remember that I was dealing with one of the guys I used to deal with back in the day. And he said, every time I had sex with you, something good happened to me. That's the reason why I continued having sex with you. That's why I wanted to do it all the time, because like I needed to manifest my shit, and you were the right person to manifest stuff with, because every time I even talk to you or we interact or we had sex, like all this good stuff started happening to me, and it made my life a lot better even with dealing with you. But I was like, but what about me? I can't say the same for messing with you. I cannot say the same. Am I upset about that? No, I'm not, but I'm glad you made me very aware of who I am. But at the same time, I can't say the same thing about you when it comes to me. Like, hey, you know, this man, every time I mess with him, I have a good experience. Like, no, every time I'm around you, you know, something crazy happens. That might be because you have an energy and I shouldn't be around you. Like, I don't, if I can't go and play a scratch off and win, that means that I don't need to be around you, because if you come around me and play a scratch off and you win, that means that obviously I carry an abundant energy. And you won't be connected. So you won't be able to connect those dots like that with me anymore. And so I'm okay with that. But I'm okay and I know who I am. So there go a thing, because sometimes people are made to be placed here to tell you exactly who you are. You feel me? Like, and it's so crazy because I had like a million people like, oh, shit. But it actually took this one African lady to really like realize and put a ding on me. She's like, do you know who you are? And I was like, yeah. She's like, nah. She's like, you don't know yet. You don't know all the way yet. But when you do know, like, yeah, baby, I'm just sitting back waiting for the show. I've been waiting on you. It's not that you was waiting on me. I was waiting on you. And she said that, and I was like, whoa. But now do I understand what she meant a few years ago? Like, yeah, to this day, I kind of do. But I know exactly what she meant. And I know how I responded. It was kind of crazy because it was like, oh, okay, I remember looking at her. I remember how it felt, the energy. I was like, I know she's not lying. And I just feel like it's not that I'm not woke. It's just I'm on cruise. I'm watching. You feel me? Like, you got to be careful with certain people. Certain people are dangerous. Like, I'm patient. Patience is always the key. Patience gets you anything that you want. And when you're dealing with a person that's patient, you know, it's different. Because I remember I was talking to this handsome young man. And he was like, you know what scares me about you? And I was like, what? He's like, it's your patience. Like, you're very patient. I ain't never met an Aries that was patient. He's like, you're a different kind of patient person. And I was like, ah. He's like, he was telling me like what my patient reminds him of. It's a Bible story. And he was like, that's crazy. Like how patient you are. Like, you know, and when it's time for you to get blessed, you're going to be real blessed. Like, and this is one thing he said to me, and I don't even think he realized he was saying it. And because at this time, like, I was like wondering like where my stuff is at. And he was like, but I was like, you know what? I'm just cool. But he was just saying something to me that maybe I needed to hear from God. Like, God's like, you know, I see your patience. I feel it. The universe, like, I feel it. Mother Earth, like, I see it. I feel it. I've been doing my thing. Mother Earth been doing this, doing that. And I'm like, have I been blocking it? Have I been like throwing it out? Like, have I been open enough to receive? You feel me, guys? Like, and half the time, sometimes it be yourself. And so I always encourage people, like, always check the ass. Like, is this my energy? Is this somebody else's energy? I always ask these questions because sometimes it might not be you. It might be someone else you're connected to. I always tell people, I can tell if you're doing inner work, healing work, all that extra stuff, because I can tell. Okay? Like, it's just, don't think that just because I don't say nothing don't mean I don't know. It's just that I'm not in control of your healing. You are. I just don't want to be connected to you if you're not healing constantly. Because I can feel it. I can feel the energy. Your energy. No, baby. I had to leave you go. I had to let you go. I'm telling y'all, like, at times I go on breaks from talking to everybody. Like, and it's no disrespect. It's not that I don't love people the way that I do. It's just I go on breaks from talking to people because I need that. But I am a healer. You feel me? Like, I help people. I don't just not help people. I love helping people. So if any moment that I have to sit up there and cleanse my energy because your energy messed up and I can't help somebody because I got to clear my energy because your energy messed up. I'm empathic. I can feel your energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's too much for me. I will let go until you cleanse your energy. And then you can come back and try to do it again. But that ain't got nothing to do with it at the end of the day, guys. Like, I don't know. I started this episode off with talking about energy vampires, but guys, like, pay attention. The one thing I can tell y'all how to get an energy vampire is call they ass out on they shit. And I hate to cuss, y'all know I don't really get down with the foe like that, but for real, guys, like, call people out on their energy. If you know that they're energy vampire, say it. Call them out. That's you telling the universe you recognize what they're doing. That's you telling your spirit you recognize what you're doing. It's you listening to your inner child. It's you listening to your ancestor. You're acknowledging, like, hey, I know this person is doing something. I don't know what you are doing, but I really wish that you would stop. Okay, like, whatever you're doing, however you need to heal, do that, but don't do it on my time. Don't use me for your healing. Like, people got to understand something. Y'all cannot skip the line. Just because you know somebody's up, their time is up. Like, hey, if it's up, you know the universe for to bless them. You feel like, oh, I'm connected to them. I'm going to get blessed too. You will not be able to go on this trip with them. The universe recognizes that. Y'all act like God is dumb or the universe is dumb or Mother Earth is dumb. They're not dumb. They're pretty damn smart. They know what the fuck they're doing. Stop disrespecting them. You cannot tag along with someone. So that's just like, use me as an example. Like, you know, I'm up. Like, you feel me? And then next thing you know is, hey, let me attach myself back to her. So that way I can get blessed too and ride on this wave with her. Most I said, nah, this is not that. I was on live on Facebook on the Queen Goddess page. I went live and I told them exactly what I told them. I said, right now, God prepared a table for your enemies, for people who doubted you, all of that. Their only job right now is to sit down, eat that food, and watch. Don't believe in me? Don't believe me? Just watch. Hey, don't believe me? Just watch. Their only responsibility is sit back and watch you. They don't get the luxury to be a part of your glow up. They could have been a part of your glow up if they were doing right and their intentions were right. Right now ain't the time. It's time for them to sit back and watch. Watch me. I used to always tell my sister, my mama, them, I said, y'all raised me the way that y'all raised me. I'm already here. I said, now it's just time for y'all to sit back and watch this TV show. Just watch. You already did that. You ain't even trusting the fact that I know what I know and I'm good at where I'm go. Okay? Just sit back and watch. Watch me do me. Watch the master do her. And that's me kind of my name now. That's my ego talking. Like, watch the master do her. But if I take it down a notch, leave ego out. That's watch me do me. I have everything that I need. I know what I need to do. I know how to get there. Watch me do me. This is called my movie, Doing Me. Watch me do me. Is that me being cocky? No, that's me being honest. That's not me speaking for watching the master do what she do. That's kind of like, that's me being extra hype. But that's me being truthful at the end of the day when it's all said and done, guys. Like, just take that time out, guys. Like, realize where your energy is going. Realize the people that's around you. Are they being energy vampires? Are they taking from your energy? Are they giving? Because if you're always giving and people around you are not giving back, then something is wrong. I'm one of them people like, hey, I give out constantly. So at some point, if you're not giving back to me, I have to let you go because you're not doing and honoring what I need you to do and honor me. And that's fine too. But I know how to set boundaries. I know how to be clear cut and I know how to just be who I need to be. And that's be divinely love. Like, I don't want to be nothing else but love, guys. I want to be able to love, to be lovable and to be just loving. You feel me? And that's okay. Some people don't like that. I do. That's the operation, the energy flow that I want to work on. And that's where I want to be at. And there has nothing to do with anyone else besides myself. So guys, just tap in really and just tap in really, guys, and like let people know what it is for real. By the way, guys, I did have somebody win. And somebody win the Valentine's Day giveaway. It was a guy. I did talk to them and ask them. They wanted everything. They was like, yeah. So basically they got everything, guys. I did do my Valentine's Day giveaway. I feel so happy. Yay. Well, I'm good here. Yay. Y'all know I'm funny. But thanks for tapping in, guys. Thanks for everybody who submitted the answer and who, I had a lot of people submit for the Valentine's Day giveaway. And I shout out to everybody who did it, but he was the actual first person to hit me up. And he won. So it is what it is. So, guys, I might do another giveaway before April series. I said April series. Before Aries season comes up. Just because I like giving away to people. I'm going to come up with like a little gift basket to give away before Aries season starts. And, guys, I'm telling y'all, just see if y'all know people doing stuff to y'all, call them out on it. That is a superpower in its own. That let people know, I know what you're doing, but you're also letting energy know, energetically, spirit, and they're all in agreement now because they already knew, your spirit team already knew, but they wanted you to be in know. So now that you know it and you called them out on it, know that you are doing your divine purpose, guys. Like, you call them out, you now make their stuff, whatever they're doing, non and void because you call them out on it. But also detach yourself from these people, the energy vampires. Detach. Like, you know what? I'm cool. I'm good. And you'll notice that your energy will start to rebuild up the moment that you said that you're okay. You're no longer dealing with these people. Okay, guys. Like, that's just me giving y'all hints and clues on how to get it done what people might do to you. Call them out on it. If you feel like they're doing something to you, energetically, spiritually, call them out. That's the first step. Calling them out. Letting the universe know, hey, I might know that somebody did this. Like, I forgive them. Blah, 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 blah. Move on. Whatever speech that you do when you call back your energy and when you do cord cutting. You feel me? If you need some help with cord cutting, I do have a PDF that is very powerful and it will get the job done. Okay, guys? Like, but tune in, guys, to the Pretty Red ENT show. I thank everybody, all my listeners, my loyal listeners and my new listeners. You know, I don't know what's going on with me in speaking right now. I don't know why I'm nervous. Like, who energy is this? Who's nervous on this live? You feel me? Like, I know somebody is nervous because I can feel it. Like, I don't know why baby, you don't got to be nervous. Like, your energy is loud. Like, somebody also got some surprises coming in. And it's like, I don't know if you know that they're coming. It's like your family is like smiling. Like, these surprises is something that you would never thought that was coming. Maybe you forgot that you asked for it and it's about to be delivered is what I'm getting. Like, oh, she don't even know this coming up, or he don't know this coming up. Like, it's kind of like that. Like, oh yeah, we got these surprises and they're like in order. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's starting out like, we want to just surprise like with this one little thing. And then when a big surprise come in, it's like, I'm hearing like 2 months from now, you got a big, hey, y'all know I'm funny. Should be a rapper. You got a big surprise coming in. So guys, be prepared for that. I don't know who that's to. I kind of do, but I'm going to let it ride. But guys, just tune in, tap in. Tell Mother Earth you love her today. Thank Mother Earth for like allowing you to be here and operate on her system. And send some love and light out to the world. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media at the Pretty Red ENT show. Tell me how you feel about the episode on my website or on IG, TikTok, anything about that, guys. Like, but if no one told you they loved y'all today, know that Pretty Red, Goddess Nikita, we love you as a whole. Okay. But thanks for tuning in to the Pretty Red ENT show. It's your girl, Goddess Nikita, aka Pretty Red ENT.